Today we're going to look at every single member of the WWE main roster and determine the likelihood that they'll be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame at the end of their career. There are 99 WWE superstars that I'm going to be looking at, so this is going to be a long video, so go ahead, grab a snack, go grab a drink, and let's get started. But as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications. If you're a wrestling fan, I promise you this is the best channel that you're going to find because we upload daily. Go ahead and subscribe. All right, so let's have a look at our table here. So we have at the very top those that are a lock to make it into the Hall of Fame. No ifs, ands, or buts or debates. Then we have those that have a strong case in terms of how they are currently in their career. And then we have those that are younger and off to a really strong start. Then we have those that are it's just too early to tell at the moment. And then we just have the flat out, nope, you're not making it into the Hall of Fame. Let's go ahead and get started here with AJ Styles. And because we have so many people, we're going to move fairly quickly, okay? AJ Styles, guaranteed Hall of Fame lock. He's had a great career in the WWE, but his career in the Indies, TNA, just like how Sting got inducted into the Hall of Fame for his body of work outside of the WWE, the same thing is going to happen with AJ Styles. The only difference is that he also has a Hall of Fame worthy career within the WWE. We have Akira Tozawa, nope. Then we also have Angelo Dawkins. I would put that into too early to tell. Next we have Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews would go into nope. Then we have Asuka, and Asuka goes into the Hall of Fame lock. She is a absolute legend in terms of women's professional wrestling. Arguably, I would say the greatest NXT women's champion of all time. So for sure, she has a Hall of Fame worthy resume. She's going into the Hall of Fame. We have Austin Theory. I would say he's off to a great early start. Some championship reigns already under his belt. So yeah, I would say that he's off to a great start. Alba Fire, I would say too early to tell. Shante the Adonis, I would say too early to tell. B-Fab, too early to tell. Once we get the top dollar, we'll put him into too early to tell as well. Bayley, strong case. Not a Hall of Fame lock like Asuka is. I think she has a strong case for it, and I think when all is said and done, she will be in the Hall of Fame, but she has a very, very strong case at the moment. Becky Lynch is a Hall of Fame lock. I don't think anybody here is going to argue that the man Becky Lynch shouldn't be immediately inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame the second that she retires. We have Bianca Belair, who has, I think there's strong consideration for putting her into a strong case, but she's so early on in her career, I would put her into great early start. Next, we have Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley goes into strong case. One of the very few black WWE champions. Of course, he's got a merit of accolades, not just in the WWE, but outside of the WWE as well. So I'm going to be putting him into the strong case category. Next, we have Braun Strowman. Similar to Bobby Lashley, the man just has a resume of multiple world championships. So I'm going to be putting him into the strong case. Like if you have more than one WWE championship, Universal Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, like you're kind of automatically in the strong case category. Next, we have Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed goes into too early to tell. Then we have To the Moon. What is his name again? Oh God, To the Moon. What is his name? Now I'm going to need to Google his name. I don't even remember his name. What is his name? Okay, sorry, I'm back. It's Cameron Grimes. I just had a weird ass brain fart. All I could remember was his catchphrase. Yeah, too early to tell. If all I can remember right now is your catchphrase and not your name, that's a bad sign. Next, we have Candice LeRae, and I don't think Candice LeRae is going to be making a nod for the Hall of Fame anytime soon. I'm going to be putting her in nope. Next, we have Chatty Daddy Chad Gable, and Chad Gable has really gotten himself out of the nope category, and I'm going to put him still in the too early to tell, even though, you know, he isn't in his 20s by any means, but I feel like he's at the beginning of the best part of his career. So let's see what he does over the next 10 years. I'm going to put him into too early to tell. Next, we have Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte Flair, automatic Hall of Fame lock. She's going to be the woman with the most championship reigns of all time. Like, it's the easiest Hall of Fame lock I'm going to put in probably in this entire list. Hall of Fame lock. Chelsea Green in too early to tell. Cody Rhodes I would put into strong case, but definitely not a Hall of Fame lock. Does not have enough accolades within the WWE as of yet. If he were to retire today, I don't think he would make it into the Hall of Fame. I think he needs another 10 years of doing things in the WWE at a main event caliber to be considered for it. So I'm going to be putting him into the strong case. Next, we have Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai is in too early to tell. Damian Priest is off to a great early start. So, Mr. Money in the Bank likely means a future world champion. The one thing that might be hindering him is that he's already in his 40s, but time will tell, right? Next, we have Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis is going to go into the nope. Then we have Dominic Mysterio. And as much as I love Dominic Mysterio, I don't think he's off to a great early start yet. I think if he continues in this trajectory, then hell yeah. But I still think it's too early to tell. Drew McIntyre is going to be going into the strong case category. He is the prototype for how to build yourself outside of the WWE when you failed in the WWE and then come back and become a megastar, which is a blueprint that Cody Rhodes then perfected. So he was really a trailblazer for people like Cody Rhodes. We have Edge, who's already in the Hall of Fame, so I guess he's technically a lock, even though he's already in it. Then we have, which one is he Elton Prince? Which one of the pretty deadly guys? I don't know which one is which. I'll put them both into too early to tell. We have Emma, who I'm going to put into the nope category. I accidentally put Emma twice, so I guess we're going to double nope Emma. Then we have one of the Viking Raiders. Is this Eric or is this Ivar? I think this is Eric. I mean, in terms of, this is tough. Like as a tag team, you know what? I'm going to put the Viking Raiders into the nope category. I don't think it's happening. Finn Balor, I think Finn Balor is a Hall of Fame lock. Of course, he was one of the pioneers of NXT Black and Gold, making it into a viable third brand. Of course, all the stuff that he did in Japan, being one of the founders of the Bullet Club, being a mainstay in the main event scene and the main roster. I do think that he still needs a few more world titles under his belt if they'll ever give him one. But to me, he's already a Hall of Fame lock. Let's go ahead and grab Grayson Waller. He's too early to tell. Gunta is off to a great early start, one of the greatest Intercontinental Championship runs. Isla Dawn, we'll put her right next to her tag partner. Did I get them right? Which one's Isla Dawn? Which one's Alba Fire? See, dude, if the tag teams are, I don't know, sometimes it's tough to tell who's who in a tag team. Next is Giovanni Vinci, too early to tell. Indy Hartwell, too early to tell. Io Sky, I would put her into too early to tell as well. Eric or Ivar, whichever one this is, I'm going to be putting into the nope category. Jey Uso is a Hall of Fame lock as a member of the Usos, and so is Jimmy Uso. They're like literally first ballot tag team Hall of Famers. I don't know that they get into the Hall of Fame individually. It's possible, like they still have a lot left in their careers for them to maybe make singles names for themselves for the rest of their career. But as a Hall of Fame tag team, they're already in there. They're locked in. Next, we have Jinder Mahal, and this is tough, right? Because I want to say nope. I actually want to say no, because I feel like his world title run, they kind of just tossed it on him. It's not really a championship run that's celebrated by the archives of WWE. So I'm going to say nope on Jinder Mahal. Then we have Johnny Gargano, and Johnny Gargano is in too early to tell, I'd say. JD McDonough, too early to tell. Let's put Karrion Kross into too early to tell as well, although he's fringing on nope if they continue with the way that they're going with him. Kevin Owens, I think Kevin Owens is a lock Hall of Famer in the WWE, similar to Finn Balor. Like everything that I said for Finn Balor goes for Kevin Owens as well. Kevin Owens is a Hall of Fame lock in every way, shape, or form. I see Rey Mysterio over here. Let's obviously put Rey Mysterio as a Hall of Fame lock. He was just inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Katana Chance and Caden Carter, let's grab them together as a tag team, and they're definitely too early to tell. Very, very fun tag team, but it's still way too early on into their career. Let's go ahead and grab LA Knight, and I'm going to put LA Knight into nope. We'll see though, like depending on what happens over the next year. As of the making of this video, it's a nope. As of the making of this video, which is before SummerSlam 2023. The way I see it, the man is already in his 40s, doesn't have any accolades within the WWE. Unless they pull the trigger on his popularity right now, it's not going to go anywhere. As of the making of this video, he goes into the nope category. We're going to grab the other member of the Pretty Deadly tag team. Again, I don't know which one he is, but he's going to go into too early to tell. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, let's grab them together. And, like for everything that they did in Japan, they've, honest to God, just been a fart in the wind in the WWE, so they're going to go into the nope category for me. And I just don't think that their career outside of the WWE is as remarkable as somebody like Sting, for example, or as like the Great Muta. I don't think it's even comparable, so they're going to go into the nope category for me. Let's go ahead and grab Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is a Hall of Fame lock, not as an individual, because I believe that the New Day will get inducted as a group. I think as a group, the New Day is a lock. So Hall of Fame for Kofi Kingston. Liv Morgan goes into the great early start. Absolutely. Then we have Mansoor and Marseille. Let's go ahead. I mean, they're both pretty young. Let's put them into the too early to tell. Lacey Evans is, I think, at this point, probably in the nope category. Let's go ahead and grab Riddick Moss and toss him into the nope category as well. Riddle. Oh man, this is a tough one. I don't know, man. Like the way his career trajectory is going, in terms of like at least how he's being used in the WWE, I don't see them ever seeing him as a top main event guy. And I compare him and I look at him to the other people that I have in too early to tell, and those people I can see for the most part have not gotten an opportunity. And I feel like Riddle got his chance at the top of the card with his feud with the Bloodline, but then this stint in rehab really absolutely, from what I can tell, soured him or soured WWE on him, and I just don't know if he's ever going to get that opportunity again. So as of the making of this video, I'm putting Riddle into the nope category. We have Ludwig Kaiser, and I'm going to put him right next to Giovanni Vinci into the too early to tell category. Next, we have Mia Yim, and Mia Yim will go in the, I'll put her in too early to tell as well. I'm debating into putting her in the nope, but I'll go into too early to tell. Montez Ford will go into too early to tell. Natalia is a Hall of Fame lock for sure. I know that a lot of people don't love Natalia these days. To me, she's a legend. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She carried the women's division in an era where a lot of people just saw it as a sideshow and as a joke, and she was one of the few alongside the likes of Beth Phoenix that gave the Divas division a semblance of legitimacy, and she did that for years and years. She, to me, was one of the cornerstones of helping with the women's evolution, so she goes into the Hall of Fame for sure. All right, what do we have left? We have Rhea Ripley. Let's go ahead and put Rhea Ripley into the great early start. She's still young, in her 20s. She's already making waves. I think she's the only woman to win NXT UK, WWE, like Raw Women's Championship, SmackDown Women's Championship. So like the resume is there for strong case. I'm only just putting her in great early start because of how young she is. Like she could be a Hall of Fame lock within like 3 years, which is wild, absolutely wild. Let's go ahead and grab Ricochet, and I would say that Ricochet, we're still in the as of the making of this video, too early to tell still. I think just still too early to tell what the WWE is going to end up doing with Ricochet. Let's go ahead and grab Rick Boogs. I would put him into the nope category. Piper Niven would also be going into the nope category as well. If she's just not even being used like at all. Again, this is all as of the making of this video. I don't remember their names. Joaquin Wilde and Javier or something. I don't know, dude. The two guys that aren't Santos Escobar in the LWO. I know they're like very young still, so like I'll put them in the too early to tell, because who knows, maybe like 15 years from now I'm eating my words and these guys are main eventing WrestleMania. Who the hell knows, right? Let's put Maxine Dupri into the too early to tell category. She's one of the most entertaining things on Monday Night Raw today, but again, definitely far too early to tell. Let's get controversial. Let's get controversial with this one. Ronda Rousey, Hall of Fame lock. Oh my God, everybody just flipped their screens. Everybody is unsubscribing from this channel. How dare you put Hall of Fame lock for Ronda Rousey? Like, fellas, come on. Like the WWE is so quick to pull the trigger on putting celebrities into their Hall Hall of Fame, okay? Like there's people like Donald Trump is in the Hall of Fame, Drew Carey's in the Hall of Fame, and Ronda Rousey mixes those worlds of like mainstay celebrity with her time in the UFC and being the face of women's UFC and really catapulting women's MMA to the forefront for a while, making it more popular than the men's. And she transitioned into the WWE, was an instant hit, main evented a WrestleMania, multiple women's world championships. And now that WWE is owned by Endeavor, like to me, it's a no-brainer. She's going to end up being a Hall of Fame lock for sure, as much as people do not like her today. When the WWE is doing Hall of Fame ballots, I'm so confident that they're going to be putting Ronda Rousey in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Nikki Cross, I'm going to be putting into the nope category. I'm going to be grabbing Otis, and I'm putting him right next to Chatty Daddy Chad Gable in the too early to tell category, even though, again, similar to Chad Gable, he isn't like, in his 20s or anything like that. There's Chad Gable. Let me put all of Alpha Academy together. He's also kind of in this renaissance of his career where he's in the best portion of his career right now. So we'll see what they do with it. Too early to tell. Next, we have Raquel Rodriguez, who also goes into the too early to tell category. Let's go ahead and grab Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. Have you acknowledged your tribal chief today? Hall of Fame lock. Not even just like a Hall of Fame lock. Like he could arguably be the only inductee in that Hall of Fame class. Like he is that levels of GOAT at the moment. Like I can only put him in the same breath with 5 or 6 different guys in the history of the WWE, the likes of Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, and The Rock. Like that's crazy. That is crazy that we are living in an era of professional wrestling where we were able to naturally transition from one GOAT in John Cena to another GOAT in Roman Reigns, and he is cementing himself to be an even greater GOAT than John Cena because he still has a few more years left in the tank. So easy Hall of Fame. I don't think that I needed to argue in his case. I think everybody here that's watching this video genuinely understands what Roman Reigns has done. He's a Hall of Fame lock. He has transitioned the thought of what it means to be a great world champion, right? Because before we were always counting how many championships somebody had, right? 16 championships, 14 championships. With Roman Reigns, he's going to end up with less than 10 championships, but he brought back the conversation about talking about how long you've been champion. In 1,000+ days, that is literally once in a generation. Even in certain generations, it doesn't happen because it didn't happen since since the late 80s. Okay. So there's an entire generation that didn't have a 1,000+ day champion. And we got to witness one in Roman Reigns. Hall of Fame lock, baby. I see Top Dollar here. I'm going to put him with the rest of Hit Row into the too early to tell category. Let's go ahead and grab Butch, and Butch falls into too early to tell as well. Ridge Holland goes right next to him into too early to tell. And then is this Sangha? Which member of Indus Sher is this? Yeah, this is Sangha. And okay, so we'll grab both Sangha and Veer Mahan, and I'm gonna put him into the too early to tell category. And isn't Jinder Mahal just being hindered at the moment because his tag team buddies are still in the too early to tell category, but I put Jinder into the nope category. As much as I love Jinder, I don't love hindering Jinder. Okay, I'm not a Jinder hinderer, but I just don't see it ever happening. Sami Zayn, strong consideration, strong case for the Hall of Fame. Definitely not a lock. He went through a few years, like several years, actually the majority of his career on the main roster in the WWE, kind of just floundering, just floating in the same spot. It wasn't until the stuff that happened after his match with Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania 38, which I said, all right, there's quotes out there of me saying, if Sami Zayn has a great match with Johnny Knoxville, this is going to put him in a great spot for the rest of the year because the WWE is going to see a lot of trust in him. And lo and behold, what happened? He gets put in the Bloodline storyline. He crushes it. And now he's making a strong case for a Hall of Fame bid. So Sami Zayn goes into the strong case. Next, we have Santos Escobar, and Santos goes into the too early to tell category alongside with the rest of the LWO members whose names I just don't know nor will probably ever remember. Sarah Logan goes with the rest of the Viking Raiders, so I'll put them right between there into the nope category. Shayna Baszler, we'll see. Give her 10 more years. We need to see what they're willing to do with her, especially after this match with Ronda Rousey. This is recorded before SummerSlam, so if she beats Ronda Rousey and is made into the bad motherfucker of the women's division, who knows? Maybe 10 years of just running and destroying the women's division could put her in a better spot. For now, I'll put her into too early to tell. Next, we have Sheamus, and Sheamus is a Hall of Fame lock without a single shadow of a doubt. One of the greatest to ever do it. One of the greatest bruiserweights, heavyweights to ever lace up the boots in the WWE. Multiple time world champion, Royal Rumble winner, headline lots of premium live events. He didn't ever close the show at WrestleMania, but he did technically have one of the WrestleMania main events at WrestleMania 28, even though he won in 28 seconds. Yeah, absolute Hall of Fame lock. And he's aging like a fine wine. He just seems to be getting better in the ring as he ages. So Hall of Fame lock for Sheamus. Next, we have Shinsuke Nakamura. And dude, I am torn about Shinsuke Nakamura. I almost want to say nope, because the WWE just kind of like refuses to really do anything with him aside from just like inconsequential mid-card feuds that last 2 weeks, 3 weeks at most. He is rarely, if ever, on a premium live event card. I can't remember the last time that he had a PLE match. And I know he's a Royal Rumble winner, and I know he was one of the greatest NXT champions. Since coming to the main roster, it's been a major disappointment in terms of how they've used Shinsuke Nakamura, and so I think this is blasphemy because I love Shinsuke Nakamura, but I'm putting Shinsuke into the nope. I don't think it happens. I don't think that it happens for Shinsuke. Next up, we have Seth freaking Rollins, and I think Seth freaking Rollins is also a Hall of Fame lock, right next to his Shield running buddy Roman Reigns. So yeah, for sure, absolutely, everything that he's done. Again, has never technically closed the show. Actually, yeah, he did. He was technically part of the Triple Threat match in the heist of the century. But yeah, lots of showcase marquee matches, not just at WrestleMania, but like every single premium live event, multiple world championship runs, some fantastic feuds, part of one of the greatest factions in WWE history, Royal Rumble winner, count him. Like, dude, like this man's resume is longer than a CVS receipt. This man is a Hall of Fame lock. Next up, we have Shotzi Blackheart, and she is in the too early to tell category. Love what they're doing with her character right now. Too early to tell. Sonya Deville, I'm going to put into the too early to tell category. You know what? I'm going to put her right next to her tag partner, Chelsea Green there. Tamina, I think she's got enough chances, and the WWE is just never going to showcase her, it seems. So I'm going to put her into the nope category. Even though she's young, she doesn't ever get shown, even though she's technically on the main roster. So as of the making of this video, I'm putting Tegan Nox into the nope category. Sorry. Next up, we have The Miz, and The Miz is a Hall of Fame lock. The Miz is absolutely a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is so fantastic. He is, honestly, he's inspirational story in terms of how he became a WWE superstar, the struggles that he had to go through, the bullying that he dealt with, the discrimination that he had to deal with because of him coming from reality TV and trying to become a professional wrestler. It is a fascinating tale, the tale of The Miz, going from all of that to headlining a WrestleMania against John Cena that also involved The Rock, to multiple world championship runs, multiple Money in the Bank championships, one of the greatest intercontinental champions of all time. The Miz, Hall of Fame lock, count it, baby, nothing but net. Next up, we have Zoe Stark, and Zoe Stark, too early to tell. Xia Li, I didn't know she was still in the WWE, so I guess my gut is saying no. Xavier Woods is also going into the Hall of Fame lock, right next to Kofi Kingston and Big E, had he been in this list, because of, well, of course, he just part of the New Day. Like, as part of the New Day, you're all going into the Hall of Fame. We have Trish Stratus, who's already in the Hall of Fame, so let's go ahead and put her into Hall of Fame lock. Tommaso Ciampa is in the too early to tell category. Let's see what they do with him in this next run. I think this next year is critical for Tommaso Ciampa's career. Fingers crossed they do some cool stuff with him. And then we're gonna go go ahead and grab Solo Sikoa. And believe it or not, even though like he'd most likely be going into the great early start, he's actually going into Hall of Fame lock. Guarantee that the Bloodline as a faction gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm 1000% sure, because they are now up there with DX, the NWO, the Four Horsemen, and all of them were inducted as factions. Guaranteed that the Bloodline gets in as a faction, which by default includes Solo Sikoa. If it wasn't for like that rule of like factions being able to get inducted and each individual member getting their own Hall of Fame ring, I'd probably put him into the great early start. But because he's a member of the Bloodline, and the Bloodline for sure is going to end up in the Hall of Fame, he's a Hall of Fame lock. That's it. It's a pretty long video. Hopefully you made it all the way to the end. Get out of here. Hey, Future Santi here. I forgot to include a few people that weren't on the main roster. They're part-timers. Anyways, I grabbed a few of them that have had stints in the normal main roster. Okay, so here we go. Brock Lesnar, Hall of Fame lock. Absolutely, without a single shadow of a doubt. I mean, this man has had multiple Hall of Fame careers, really, if you think about it, in terms of like what he did during the Ruthless Aggression era and everything that he's done since coming back in 2012. So yeah, Hall of Fame without a single shadow of a doubt. This man is an absolute freak of nature. Hall of Fame lock for Brock. Dana Brooke goes into the nope category. Dolph Ziggler, you know what? I think I'm gonna put him into strong case in terms of like the longevity, the time that he spent in the WWE, his accolades within the WWE. Has he been used poorly over the last 8 or so years? Yeah. But still, I think all of everything, his career combined, I think he's got a strong case. Elias, nope. Oh, you're gonna hate this, okay? But let me give you my reasoning. Logan Paul, Hall of Fame lock. Okay, all right. Whoa, chill. I know you're throwing stones at me. You're throwing tomatoes, yelling boo, boo, boo. But no, all right? Just listen, all right? The WWE inducts celebrities like there's no tomorrow. There's so many undeserving celebrities that are just part of the WWE Hall of Fame. Are you really not going to tell me that Logan Paul alongside Bad Bunny aren't the greatest celebrity involvements that the WWE has ever brought on? They absolutely 100% are. So not only are they going to be an easy lock for the celebrity wing, but Logan Paul brings something that most of those that are in the celebrity wing doesn't have, which is fantastic banger matches and great storylines. So Logan Paul, whether you like it or not, he's going to end up into the Hall of Fame. Mustafa Ali, I'd put him into too early to tell. Omos in too early to tell. And finally, Shelton Benjamin in nope. Now get out of here.